Janab Dr. Zafar Iqbal, President, Global NGO and Rehabilitation Center, Brigadier Khalid Mahmood Kuraya, Force Commander, Anti-Narcotic Force Punjab, Professor and Dr. Zahid Mahmood, Director of Institute of Clinical Psychology, UMT, my distinguished guests, members of faculty, dear students and press, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It is indeed a topic of extreme urgency for all of us. I'm glad that Institute of Clinical Psychology has taken a step in this direction. Already we have a society dedicated to this cause made by the students and sponsored by Office of Participant Affairs, and I've been to their events in the past few years. I believe that in the realm of higher education and university, it is a serious problem that we need to watch out, and we need to take appropriate actions to minimize it and to eradicate it. I've been told that there are about 8 to 9 million affectees in the age group of 18 to 35. So if, let's say, a population in that age group is about 40-50 million, so that means that this is a proportion which is very high, 20%, 15% proportion in that age group of where population would be around 50-60 million people. It is especially prevalent in areas which are slums, in maybe areas where there are only young people living together, and in areas where there is less of civic structure, less of monitoring and evaluation. This is a problem that we have been trying to deal with for a long time. But since, as Brigadier Saab has mentioned, that it is the supply is regularly pumped from our neighboring country. And it is very interesting to see that how Afghanistan, which was a poppy-free country, once again transformed very quickly and swiftly into a poppy world leader in poppy growing, as a poppy growing country and exporting country. While there were hundreds and thousands of troops, and there is a strong vigilance, and poppy is not grown inside the rooms or in the covered areas. Poppy is grown outside in fields, and it can be seen that it is being grown, it is being nourished, it is being nurtured, it is being cultivated, it is being supervised, it is packed, and it is exported. So it really, shocks my mind that how it happens there. When it is causing menace, it is a great source of deterioration of society when a young person succumbs to it, and whole family, for instance, depending upon the future of this young person, who also suffers from the consequences of this young person falling into that trap. I really can't forget one of our young student who once was driving in a canal road with about 4 or 5 of his friends, and they met a fatal accident Two students died, and this person was saved, and I saw him in crutches walking in campus, and I asked him, and he told me the story. And he was saved. So I said that now you please thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for saving your life. Two of your friends who were sitting in the same car have met their death in that incident. So you should now be grateful to Allah and make best use of the life, value it and make value out of it. And very soon, let's say just a couple of months afterwards, I found out that he died. And reason was that there was a party, the parents left in a friend's home. Parents had left for Dubai, and it was free for everyone, so they got together and they started experimenting with shisha. They started blending different kinds of things, and they were enjoying. And suddenly this guy was short of breath, and in no time he expired. So a person who met a fatal accident was then suffered death on his own hands, at his own will, and meeting his desires, in a friend's home. So this is really a sad story. And there are many other cases, maybe not of this nature, but of other, meetings, other consequences within the campus that I perhaps don't know. What I feel is that we need to have an integrated model, a holistic model to attack this problem. It is very good that Institute of Clinical Psychology has come to the forefront, because we need guidance, we need monitoring, we need coaching, we need studies, we need to do research as to why people falls into this trap and what makes them continue to it. Anyone can play or experiment for once or twice, they can try, but what makes them really then continue with it and making it a part of their life? So we need to find out what kind of contextual factors, what kind of family pressures, what kind of societal pressures, peer pressures lead to this addiction. There might be many studies, but let us do something which is maybe UMT specific. Then we need to see that how to really address this issue. I've seen young people performing low, getting C after C and short attendance and F grade, and reason is sometimes is depression. Depression happens when their goals are displaced, when they have distractions, when they end up in dating and much more than what even dating is. And then they suffer shocks and surprises, and they are not emotionally able to handle all of that. And then some maybe even end up into drinking. So all of these Ds that I call, all of these Ds, they support each other. It's a vicious cycle and first it distracts person from studies, from a straight line approach. And then it step by step, it multiplies, and it really entangles them, and it destroys their life. And there are cases when I see students coming, really bright faces, healthy bodies, shining eyes, and ready to take up the challenges of the life. And I sometimes see that in 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, they are really like a dying plant, with no life, no shine, no brightness, no hope. So we need to have a model whereby we can really lead them. And as the speaker was mentioning here, lead them towards good life, tell them what good life means, what good life holds for them. And if they are out of that good life, if they are not responsible citizen of that good life, with good manners, good morals, good ethics, good ambitions, good dreams, and good work, and self-respect and self-esteem, then what will be the result? This is one life, and each minute, each hour, and day, and week, and month is precious for all of us. And destruction in one life naturally means disturbance and eventually destruction in the lives of others who are near and about. So every life is important, and we need to really have their commitment to good life, to good society, to the wellness, to good, to the goodness of their natural being, so that they are saved from this or any other distraction or any other addiction which may then destroy them and which will not help them show and demonstrate the best among them. So we need to take up that cause. I'm really very pleased to see Institute of Clinical Psychology now as a force to support it, to rise to the occasion as a force to support it. We need anti-narcotics force. They are important. They do the job. We take pride in what they do. They shed their life and blood when they are asked to achieve some goals. So it's good to have them around and also share the responsibility. But as a citizen and as a person, as a human being, actually it is our responsibility. Uniform and arms and ammunition cannot do much. They can help build the infrastructure and securitize the infrastructure, isolate the infrastructure, insulate it, and fend off the intervening factors and the forces that are onto it. They can reverse the onslaught externally, but internally we have to defend ourselves from this, identify those who are addicted or who are seen to be indulging into it, and then take some actions personally, group-wise, institutionally, in every way possible. I have a proposal that if you also enact a helpline whereby anyone needing to help at university and also through ANF for the citizens of Pakistan, so that anyone who has a lead that this is the supplier or this is the person who is victim of this, then the report can be made. So there is a helpline. A helpline should have 3 different kinds of information. If they want to give information about a supplier, if they want to give dial 1. If they want to give information about a person who is victim, dial 2. If they want to give information about something else, 3. So this data would go into your record, and this will help us. You can pass on the information, track the person, pass on the information to family, to institution, to other places, and also then you will know more about supplier. We caught one case here when a person tried to bring it inside the gate. Our guards caught the person. We went after this. We asked the person who is the supplier. We went to the home of that person. He gave us another name. We went to that place, and we really tried to track the whole trail. And it was very hard and very tough for us. But for one, I just wanted to find out that how it all happens. So we take special care. Normally in universities and schools, the waiters in the cafeteria are the source. The drivers, rickshaw drivers, and those who are in pick and drop, they are the source. Those who have secure passes to enter, but they are externally, but they have secure passes to enter into campus for one reason or the other as a contractor or whatever. So we find them to be suppliers. So we scrutinize our waiters for this, and we we have taken other measures as well to see that inside the gate there is zero presence of it. Smoking is banned here, and so we try to do as best as we can in order to protect our very precious resource of youth, upon whom the future of the country is critically dependent. Thank you very much.